Hello everyone, welcome to Learn Easily. Here is the November month 10th standard activities. Here for November month, the first chapter is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Here the first one is the poem is given for you to read the poem and answer the questions. No gold but only men can make nations great and strong. Men who for truth and honor sake stand fast and suffer long. Brave men who work while others sleep, who dare while others fly. They build a nation pillars deep and lift them sky. Here the questions: how can simple or common men contribute to strengthen the country? Here the simple men and common men, they make the country strong by building the nation pillars. They work hard for the nation's sake. Read the lesson silently and share your response for the given questions in check your understanding. Here Ambedkar lesson is given in a para wise or point wise. You have to read this very carefully. These are the very important areas given in the text. ಈ ಪಾಠವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಪಾಠವನ್ನು ಓದೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೈಸ್ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಥರ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಾಷಿಯಸ್ ರೀಡರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಥರ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಟು ಸರ್ವ್ ಹಿಸ್ ನೇಷನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು ಹೌ ಟು ಹಿ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಟು ಸರ್ವ್ ಹಿಸ್ ನೇಷನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆನ್ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್? ESA, 14th Amendment and Mahatma Phule's work. Then vehicles of change. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ತರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಗಳು, ಅವರ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಗೆ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ, ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು ಭಾರತದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ರಚನೆಯ ಒಂದು ರಚನಾ ಸಭೆಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಹೇಗೆ, ಯಾರು ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ನಂತರ ದ ಅದರ್ ಲೂಮಿನರೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ, ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಜೊತೆಗಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್, ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು. ಅಂಡ್ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್, ಜವಾಹರ್ಲಾಲ್ ನೆಹರು ಚೂಸ್ ದಿ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ವೈ, ಏಕೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ದೆನ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಡೋರ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಓಪನ್ಡ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಡೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಓಪನ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಳಿತಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಗಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಬ್ಬ ಜನರ ಒಂದು ಬಾಗಿಲುಗಳನ್ನು ತರಿಸಿದಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನಾರ್ಕಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಹಕ್ಕನ್ನ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನಾರ್ಕಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬುದ್ಧ ಅಂಡ್ ಆವೈ, ಬುದ್ಧ ಮತ್ತು ತಮಿಳು ಕವಿ ಆವೈರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂಥ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ನೀವು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಓದ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದುವರೆದು ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಹೌ ದೇ ವರ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಅಂಡ್ ಬಾಬಾ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿವೋಲ್ಟ್, ಒಬ್ಬ ಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯ ಕಿಡಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರನ್ನ ನೆಹರೂರವರು ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ, ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೀಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. Then we come to the tasks for this month. First one is match the following is given. Mookanayak, it is a newspaper. Mahatma Phule, the votary of classes society and women's uplift. Hitakarani Sabha, institution. Then Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, a symbol of revolt. Then task 7 is given. Read the following statements and say whether they are true or false. Ambedkar spent most of his life in purchasing books. It is false because he spent his most of life by reading books. Then 14th Amendment of Constitution of USA gave freedom to black Americans. It is true. Mookanayak, Bahishkruta Bharat and Samata are political parties. No, it is false. They are the newspapers. The right to rebellion is recognized against government without people consents. It is true. Ambedkar had a gift of unraveling the most complicated legal concepts in a language which a layman understood. It is also true. And task 8 is given. Answer the following questions. Ambedkar had a great thirst for books when he was student. Explain. Yes, throughout his life, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was a voracious reader. He had an insatiable thirst for books. He bought books by curtailing his daily needs. In New York, he purchased about 2,000 books and they to be sent India in 32 boxes in London. See here I give brief answer for this question. You have to read the textbook and write it very neatly. Then what made Ambedkar describe the methods of civil disobedience, non-cooperation and satyagraha as the grammar of anarchy? According to Ambedkar, methods of civil disobedience, non-cooperation and satyagraha are necessary in a state which is ruled by foreigners. But in a democratic country, these methods should not be used. If used, there would be loss of lives and public property. And next, the third question. What are the significant observations of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on the Constitution? Here, a significant observation of Ambedkar on Constitution. The Constitution is a fundamental document which defines the position and power of three organs of state, the executive, judiciary and the legislature. It also defines the power of the executive and legislature as against the citizens. The other purpose of Constitution to limit the authority to avoid tyranny and oppression by the legislature and the executive. Then fourth question. How did Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi try to wipe out discrimination from India? Gandhiji reminded the higher caste their duty towards the depressed classes. Baba Sahib Ambedkar did the same by reminding them of their inherent rights to equality with the higher and more powerful castes. One stressed the duties, the other stressed the rights. See, these are the most important questions. Along with these questions, why Nehru chose the Ambedkar as a first law minister for India, you have to read that question also, because Ambedkar has a great skill in law and legislature and he has the vision of social injustice, and so Nehru chose the Ambedkar as a first law minister of India. Then the task 9 is given. Discuss with your friends and complete the web chart given below. Ambedkar, voracious reader. Ambedkar, symbol of revolt. Ambedkar, uplift the depressed classes. Ambedkar, a pilot of Constitution. Ambedkar, pilot of Constitution. Then the Ambedkar is a chairman of drafting committee. Like this, you have to write the significant things on Ambedkar in these boxes. Then when you come to the extracts of this lesson is given. His flair for legislative work become evident to the whole nation. Whose flair become evident? That is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's flair. When did it become evident? When he contributed to debates in Bombay Legislative Assembly. Pick out the word from the given statement which means a natural ability to do something well. That is a flair. Okay, then second extract is they brought about a veritable revolution in social thought. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಒಂದು ಆಲೋಚನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ತಂದರು. ಹೂ ಆರ್ ದೇ? ಯಾರು ಅಂದರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿ ಆರ್ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ. ವಾಟ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ರೆಫರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್? Here revolution referred to change in social thought. How did they bring about revolution? Gandhiji reminded the duties and Ambedkar reminded the inherent rights of citizens in India, and they brought the change or revolution in Indian society. Then task 11, give one word for the following. Very eager for knowledge is called voracious. That which cannot be satisfied, it is insatiable. Controlled by one country or organization is hegemony. Then rearrange the missed letters, jumbled letters and make a complete word. Here is tyranny. Clue is unjust, it is tyranny. Then clue is law, it is a statute. Then control, hegemony. Then to rebel, revolt. Then an ideal, it is vision. This is activity means the task 12 for the month of November. Then next poem is The Song of India, written by V.K. Gokak. The first he is given, read the poem aloud. The poem is given here. You have to read the poem and you have to answer the questions. Here distinguish between the words referring to Mother India and the poet V.K. Gokak. Here the words are given below. We have to distinguish them and we have to write them separately, thought by Mother India and the poet. Here Mother India said Mother India is imperturbable, indignant, complaining, class of war of his country, like that. Then the poet, snowborn peaks, querulous, calm, eager, Sylvian retreat, happy to sing and nervous. These are all the poet. Here you have to keep in mind, here poet want to sing a song on his motherland India. He want to praise the Mother India, he want to sing about the nature, the beauty and the peoples in India. But the Mother India is quite opposite to the poet, and she tells to the poet that sing about the problems faced by India and what are the real problems are in India. Now when we come to task 5, answer the following questions. Identify the two speakers in the poem. What does the speaker want to sing about? The two speakers in the poem are the poet and Mother India. One of the speaker, the poet, wants to sing and praise Mother India, and the Mother India tells the poet to sing about the problems faced by India. What, according to the poet, is the contribution of seers and prophets? Seers and prophets guide the man who is alone on his pilgrimage. In the other words, they offer spiritual guidance and they guide the people in the right path in the life. Okay, I see I am giving here the brief answers. You have to write down the clear and full answers. ನಾನಿಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಸರಳವಾಗಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೇನೆ. ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಪೋಯಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಓದಿ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Why is the poet querulous? What does he want to do? Here querulous means complaining. The poet is appealed that he cannot sing a song of the glory of his motherland, since the mother object to each subject of praise considered by the poet, so that the poet throws a ball in the court of the mother and asks her whether there is any team at all that would lend itself to a song in praise of the motherland. This is what he said. And fourth question, what do the night, the sun god and the clear dawn represent? On the forehead of mother, the poet glimpses the future and he is invigorated to glimpses of clear dawn with the sun rays in the dawn. The night is replaced by hope and optimism, representing the bright future for the country. The poet compares the sunbeam to the hand that saves, suggesting that despite all the problems that India has faced, Mother India will always be there to protect and to offer secure. However, unless all of us rise to the occasion, we cannot envision a bright future of our motherland. This is the answer for fourth question. Here I told you, you have to read it and write it, the answers by your own with neatly. And lastly, it is given the supplementary reading on the top of the world. You know very well, on the top of the world, it is a lesson on Dickie Dolma, who the female or the girl who climbed the youngest female in the world, one who first climbed the Mount Everest. Here the lesson tells about hardships of Dickie Dolma. When she was 11, she lost her mother. A year later, she lost her brother, and his father also bedridden. And she joined to Mountaineering school in Manali, and she had 3 expeditions to climb the mountains. Then she went to expedition of Mount Everest, and she is the first youngest woman who stepped a foot on the Mount Everest. Here some of the tasks are given. First one is find the events have taken place during the given years. In 1991, Dickie Dolma joined the Mountaineering school at Manali. In 1993, climbed the Mount Everest. In 1989, participated in national skiing sports. Task 3, fill in the blanks. Dickie Dolma was brought up in Palchan, Himachal Pradesh. Dickie Dolma lost her mother when she was 11 years old. Every morning when she wake up, she would see Himalaya mountains. Dickie Dolma scaled Mount Everest when she was 19 years old. Besides mountaineering, Dolma loved listen to music. Then answer the following question. Give an account of Dickie Dolma's hardships and challenges she faced before she was qualified for this venture of scaling the peak. Dickie Dolma faced emotional and financial physical hardships and challenges. At the tender age of 11, she lost her mother and brother. When she was getting ready for the final frontier, her father was bedridden and she needed a lot of money for his treatment. Despite this problem, she practiced for 4 hours daily in order to achieve her goal. So these are the hardships. ಡಿಕ್ಕಿ ಡೋಲ್ಮಾ ಎದುರಿಸಿದಂಥ ಕಷ್ಟಗಳು, ಆ ಒಂದು ಮೌಂಟ್ ಎವರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹತ್ತೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನು ಕಷ್ಟಗಳನ್ನು ಎದುರಿಸಿದ್ಲು ಅಂತ. ಹೌ ವಾಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ಕಿ ಡೋಲ್ಮಾ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ಡ್ ಹರ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲಿಂಗ್ ಮೌಂಟ್ ಎವರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಕ್ಕಿ ಡೋಲ್ಮಾ ಮೌಂಟ್ ಎವರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹತ್ತೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ಲು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. From childhood days, she had an urge to climb Mount Everest. Daily, she watched the beautiful, breathtaking view of mountain. She had firm determination and hard work helped her. She practiced for 4 hours daily, and she had one-track mind and ready to face hardships. Her desire grew when she came to know about newly opened Mountaineering Institute in Manali. She was just 16 years at that time. She joined the institute and got A grade and selected at all India level for the expedition of Mount Everest. Like this, Dickie Dolma prepared for the Mount Everest scaling. Now, on the last grammar activity is given. Combine the sentences using to and so that. Here, the woman is very old. She cannot walk without support. When we combine these two independent clauses by using the subordinating conjunction to or so that, here the sentence is like this. For to, what we have to do? Here in the place of very we have to add to, then at the second sentence we have to add to and we have to take out pronoun and the cannot. See like this. The woman is too old to walk without support. See here, she and cannot will be removed. ಇಲ್ಲಿ she ಮತ್ತೆ cannot ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಟು ಅನ್ನ ವೆರಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಕು. ಎರಡನೇ ಟು ಅನ್ನ ಎರಡನೇ ವಾಕ್ಯವನ್ನ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸೇರಿಸಿ she cannot ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಸೋ ದಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಕಂದಾಗ ವೆರಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋ ಅನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಕು. ಎರಡನೇ ವಾಕ್ಯದ ಮುಂದೆ ದಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಎರಡನೇ ವಾಕ್ಯ ಪೂರ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿ, the woman is so weak that she cannot walk without support. Next, this sum is very difficult. Raju cannot solve it. 2 ಮತ್ತೆ 2 ಅನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲನೇ 2 ಅನ್ನ ವೆರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಕು. ಎರಡನೇ 2 ಅನ್ನ ಎರಡನೇ ವಾಕ್ಯಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ 2 ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ ಅಥವಾ ನೌನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೂ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ರಾಜು ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಇಟ್. ಇನ್ನು ಸೋ ದಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವೆರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋ ಅನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತೆ ದಟ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಎರಡನೇ ವಾಕ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಉಳಿದ ವಾಕ್ಯವನ್ನ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ರಾಜು ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಇಟ್. ಆಪಲ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಬುಯ್ ಇಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಟು ಅನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಸೋ ಅನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆಪಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ದಟ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಬುಯ್ ಇಟ್. ಟು ಅನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಪಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೂ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ ಟು ಬುಯ್ ಇಟ್. Now some of the questions is given for you to write the answers. Here I write the answers. See, look at this. This bag is very heavy. I cannot carry it. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟು ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವೆರಿ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಟು ಅನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ TO2 ಅನ್ನ ಎರಡನೇ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಗಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ 2 ಅನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಕೆನಾಟ್, ಈ ಕೆನಾಟ್, ಶಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ರಾಧಾ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೌನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೂ ಹೆವಿ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಇಟ್. ಸೋ ಅನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವೆರಿ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋ ಅನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಎರಡನೇ ವಾಕ್ಯಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ದಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರೆದು ಎರಡನೇ ವಾಕ್ಯ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋ ಹೆವಿ ದಟ್ ಐ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಇಟ್. ದ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್, ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೆರಿ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಟು ಅನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸ್ತೀರಾ, ಎರಡನೇ ಟು ಅನ್ನ ಎರಡನೇ ವಾಕ್ಯಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ದ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೂ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಟು ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್. The juice is so cold that children cannot drink it. And last, final one, Sudha is very fat, she cannot run fast. Sudha is too fat to run fast. Sudha is so fat that she cannot run fast. See, these are all the November month 10th standard activities. For these lessons, I gave the Ambedkar lesson videos in the description and the other videos in my YouTube channel Learn Easily, and even I made an app for you, Learn Easily app in Play Store. Go to Play Store, download Learn Easily app and watch the videos and download question papers and many other passing packages, study materials for your examination. I place all the materials in Learn Easily app, download it from Google Play Store, use it and read well, get well prepared for the examinations. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to install Learn Easily app from Play Store.